Okay, going through the nutrition module, it looks something like this. This is what you'll see in your Canvas course. The overview is going to give you obviously an overview of what you can expect to learn, and the under the activities and assessments, this is a link to the diet log that you will be recording your food intake on, as long as a presentation by Robin O'Brien, who does a great job of describing why we need to pay attention to what's going on in the food production industry, and then a link to the Chronometer site, which is where you will do your diet analysis. The next thing that I would like for you to look at is a sample of what a good submission. This is a full credit submission that a student had done and has actually given me permission to use his as an example. And this is what it would look like for full credit. Your write-up, which is described in the instructions on how to complete the project, MLA format. This is your recording tool that you'll use to record your daily food intake for the 3 days. And as you will notice, there are on this spreadsheet, there are 3 things that are listed for each item. I need to know the time of day that you ate the food, the exact quantity, and the exact food item that you consumed. There's an area on the bottom where you can keep track of your water intake. We don't really concern ourselves with that. That's another discussion for another time, and which we will definitely have. And but for purposes of this project, you are going to be looking at micro and macronutrients. Okay, and then third aspect is the data analysis that the Chronometer site does. These are the reports that you will need to look at and how they are set up. And just looking at this, one of the things that I would like for you to include in your write-up is identifying any areas on your particular readout that shows deficiencies or overages, and pay some attention to what that actually means with regard to your personal health. And then finally, the last part is the video review, where you'll be watching the video, the caveman versus the vegan diet analysis. Between the two, the dialogue between them, looking at the opposite ends of the spectrum with regard to what is the healthiest way to eat. And that is what a full credit submission would look like. Okay, and then next thing on your is your discussion. Okay, so everyone is required to participate in the discussion, and a lot of learning happens during discussions. So I really put a lot of emphasis on how you participate in the discussions. And in your discussion about this project, this is probably going to do for you to do at the end of the experience, where you can talk a little bit about what you learned and how you're going to apply. You also would need to respond to 2 other people's posts in a substantive way, and do that before the end of the due date. And then this is where you would look at your actual assignment. What the assignment actually looks like, again, and what is expected for it. And then this is a link to the directions on how to complete the assignment. There's a link here to that same spreadsheet that you'll use to record your food, and then it goes into specific detail with regard to what I expect for the final submission. And then in the summary, okay, just a little bit about what the overall thing is supposed to look like from a learning perspective. Also, at the very end, I like to know what we did right and what we can maybe improve upon moving forward. So if you would take just a moment to do the minute paper survey and answer these couple of questions, then that would help everybody in the future. Hope you enjoy your experiment, and I look forward to your submissions.